Quaid Azam, part 358. Nehru continues on the death of Quaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, and he says, "How shall we judge him? I have been very angry with him often during these past years, but now there is no bitterness to my thought of him, only a great sadness for all that has been. Outwardly, he succeeded in his quest and gained his objectives, but at what a cost, and with what difference from what he had imagined. What must we have thought of all this? Did he feel sorry or regret for any past action? Probably not, for he wrapped himself in a cloak of hatred, and every evil seemed to flow from those whom he hurled, from those whom he hated, to flow from those whom he hated. Hatred is poor nourishment for any person." With the editorials and the obituaries done, we are left with Jinnah's legacy, his thoughts, his concepts, and what he bequeathed to Pakistan. Now I get to chapter number 11. It is in retrospect. Chapter number 11, in retrospect. And I've taken this retrospect from Rudyard Kipling, The Outlaws, 1914. It says, "They paid the price across a world in flames, but their own hate slew their own soul. Before any victory came," by Rudyard Kipling, The Outlaws, 1914. Our journey of understanding, at least attempting to grasp the reasoning that underlay our dramatic partition in 1947 ends here. We began with the advent of Islam in Hindustan in the 17th century. The advent of Islam in Hindustan in the 7th century. Then, skipping many centuries, we had come to that great divide, the uprising of 1857. It was here in the middle of the 19th century that the symbol of our sovereignty was finally seized and trampled underfoot by British boots. As entirely commence-driven and the destructive impulse of that distant land with wholly alien civilizational notions conduct a totally different value system, now became the arbiter of our political, economic, and even social fate. It was their will, their judgment, even folly, that hereafter determined India's geographical shape, our historical evolution, and even how to socially relate to one another, and all this in our own land. The British that then served in India, certainly most of them, whether for the East India Company or post 1857 the Crown, did not really know the land, the people, and their many languages, diverse customs, multiple shades of faith and beliefs, their persuasion, passions, instincts, and commitments. It was only a small fragment of this vast civilizational entity that they grasped, just a very small part. The British ruled from a vast distance away, Calcutta, Delhi, Shimla to Whitehall, and then back to this great spread of India, larger than today's entire European Union, in size and in number of humans that inhabited it, even them. For so long as Indians alone were the arbiters of their own fortunes or misfortunes, then whether they fought or struggled or squabbled, cooperated, or occasionally even frequently killed one another. That was their concern.